are now listening. You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
We are back and better than ever. Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Of course, my name is Eric and this is Elvis. Ready to, of course, bring you wrestling news in terms of WWE and AEW. Really happy to be back in the studio, of course, actually in person, because I hate filming over camera, to be honest.
Yes, annoying. It's always a delay. We're always talking over each other.
So you're always talking over each other. There's a freaking delay. There's always an issue of like technical stuff. It's so annoying. But anyways, this week of wrestling was,
other than blood and guts, it was mid. Very mid.
No, it was.
Can we just talk about like SmackDown? Like, I have to apologize to Collision. SmackDown was absolutely trash. Dead ass trash this week.
Already getting into it. All right. Before we do get into it, of course, I was part of a SummerSlam SummerSlam preview, I guess you want to say it, under Ruthless Talk. You can follow them on Instagram and all that stuff. They're fantastic. They're great. The cat's laying on top of our audio equipment, so please get the cat off, because that is going to mess things up. Muffin, his name is Emperor Muffin, by the way, guys.
More technical difficulty. This time it's the damn cat.
Yeah. Emperor Muffin. All right, he's off.
He's gone.
He's
all right,
gone.
We're good.
We're good. All right.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yes. All right. Anyways, plug. Yes, I'm part of a SummerSlam recap. Oh, not recap. I'm sorry. Preview. With, of course, a bunch of other content creators. They were super nice. Loved all of them. You guys are great. It's on Ruthless Talks, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff.
Follow them everywhere.
Definitely give that a listen. I thank you guys so much for, of course, having me again. Loved it. Loved every single second of it. It was fun, hilarious. You guys are funny. But yeah, back to our regularly scheduled program, as you said, in terms of the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Let's get into top stories for wrestling this week, because there is a couple of them. There isn't really anything crazy, but definitely do want to go over a couple things, such as CM Punk re-signing. So CM Punk is officially re-signed with WWE.
Till 2026 is what I saw. So
2026.
It's a little 2-year contract. They give him these little short contracts. They don't want him to burst and go crazy.
But I mean, like, I honestly, if you think about it, like, he has to sign. This dude had one freaking match since he's been back. Royal
Rumble.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's barely like he hasn't had a singles match.
He hasn't had a singles match.
We had one at Madison Square Garden. Remember, it was a house show.
Yeah, house
that's
show.
That's all
match.
he did.
Yeah, I forgot about that house show match. So technically, he had two. Technically,
we're not.
Yeah, we're not going to go there though. But anyways, I'm happy he's re-signed. Though obviously, I love CM Punk, and
he has mass storylines to finish. That'll be awkward if he didn't.
Well, yeah, but that's one thing I wanted to bring up. Like, isn't it crazy that like he and Drew McIntyre, and this is like a testament to how good they are, like how well they've gotten people invested in their storyline, and they haven't even had a match yet. And how long has it been since Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
that's a long time.
Did you see? Actually, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Drew McIntyre posted a photo.
Oh,
with Jack Perry.
yeah. Drew McIntyre is the ultimate troll.
I know it said "Cry Me a River," but it was like a caption.
He said it's a real photo, "Cry Me a River,"
and he had to delete it.
Yeah, he had to take it down.
I'm pretty sure that was obviously WWE's like, "Yo, take that shit down."
Yeah,
WWE. No promotion for Jack Perry.
I feel like it was partially that, and also just like we don't want a backstage brawl. Take that down.
Yeah, but still, also, you're not giving promotion. Actually, did you see a whole bunch? It was AEW and WWE wrestling. They were all at that Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was New York.
Well, I mean, like they're all friends at the end of the day. Like,
but like, yeah, there was the AEW one was pretty good too. Like Britt Baker, Mercedes Moné went at it.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the Comic-Con like panel.
Yeah.
They went at it. It was funny because Will Ospreay was trying to hold back Britt. That was hilarious.
Swerve was like trying to hold back. Well, it was Swerve, and there was a bunch of people there.
Yeah, it was a bunch. Yeah.
Tony Khan, obviously.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun. That looked pretty cool. I would have had a blast there.
Damn, wait, was that so?
I don't know if it was
which Comic Con was this?
I don't remember which. I don't know if it was New York.
I don't think it was New York because I remember Pongo, one of our friends. He actually asked me today if I wanted to go to Comic Con. So Maybe. I had to message him later on.
Can you say no? Wrestler's always there.
But the problem is with all right. The problem with Comic-Con, and this is just off topic, but the problem with Comic-Con is every single time I've been to one, it's literally just you pay to go in and you have to pay to do everything else. And if not, you're just gonna walk around and look at stores all freaking day.
That's true.
Yeah, it's really annoying. And then like I remember when I went to Comic-Con the first year in New York, there was like a whole like raffle thing you had to do in order to get into panels. And if you got one, that's great. But then your friend couldn't go because he didn't get it, so you basically had to go by yourself.
Yeah,
it was like the dumbest freaking
for example,
thing ever.
if I go and he wins, I'm just gonna be standing there all awkwardly while he's doing something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then you have to find something to fill your time for 2 hours while I'm in the panel. It's dumb. Hopefully they change
we're gonna
that.
vlog or something.
Yeah,
we're gonna vlog at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, well, with some wrestlers, that'd be cool.
That'd actually be fire.
Yeah, that'd be fire. But anyways,
very rare you'll get a wrestler on camera, especially they want some damn money.
Exactly. But I think it's funny that Drew had to freaking take down that photo. That's hilarious. But honestly, Drew's the ultimate troll. I love freaking Drew McIntyre. We'll get into like their storyline when we get into Raw in a bit here. But of course, in terms of other top stories, we also had Raw. Oh, this is just like a little announcement. Like just to remind you guys, Raw and NXT are going to be on Sci-Fi for the next 2 weeks due to the Olympics.
Yep.
USA. No. Sorry. The freaking the blood.
USA basketball team's gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, the blood of the colonizers just came over me for a second. My fault. Anyways,
we got some releases.
Yeah, we had a couple of releases. With MVP. MVP is gone from WWE. Bobby Lashley, which is actually like a pretty big one. That's a big one.
They said bye-bye to the Hurt Business. First of all, they killed their storyline. They could have had an ultimate great faction, which we never really got into.
Hurt Business versus Bloodline would have been great.
Yes.
At their peaks.
They didn't even give. They should have gave them all that. They had Bobby Lashley as champion, but they needed like to do like what the Bloodline did. Everybody had titles.
Yeah.
That faction had something. With MVP as the manager.
Well, you already know how that's going to end, though. If one of them wins the freaking world title, Brock Lesnar's going to come and take it because he takes the freaking title out of every single WWE Black World Champion. That's all Brock does. It's not even like his fault, but his track record is insane. Like he just takes it from every single Black wrestler.
What about Triple H? Remember we all know Booker should have won one of those matches versus Triple H.
The Reign of Terror Triple H?
Yeah. Booker should have won one of those. What was it, like 4 in a row against Booker?
Yeah.
He should have won one of those. Especially maybe WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was a mistake right there.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley.
That's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's a story for another day. But yeah, Bobby Lashley's gone. They did offer him a new contract, and he has yet to sign. I honestly think he's just going to resign.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see him not resigning.
What I've seen, it's just they have nothing so far. Like they don't know.
Well, no, they apparently
now he's just gone.
The rumors I did see is that they did offer him a contract. He just hasn't signed it. So basically, I guess he's probably just trying to see like where he's at in terms of free agency.
Since he lost the title, he hasn't done much since then.
Well, I mean, think about it. Where the hell is he gonna go? I mean, like there's no spot for him in AEW. If he goes to AEW, he's just gonna be like Brian Cage.
No, but I'm talking about like even WWE. Like ever since he lost the title, they kind of haven't done literally much with him. Like he had feuding with Omos and stuff, but he hasn't done much since his feud with Brock, right? I think.
Yeah, he hasn't done
much.
The
last time he did something.
Other than like the awful freaking Karrion Kross storyline that they had.
That's nothing
that was
to me.
Terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything.
Bad.
Just chilling around with the Street Profits.
Yeah, that was bad. That did not go anywhere.
Gotta give him a mid-card title.
Yeah, but I see him signing back with WWE because like there's nothing for him in TNA. Like literally nothing. He's accomplished everything there.
Yeah. And I mean, you never know. They've rebranded it. You never know. You can go back.
I don't think so. I think he's just gonna re-sign with WWE. He's like in his mid-40s. Dude's in phenomenal shape still, though. But yeah, I don't see him going anywhere else. To be honest,
a former Marine. He stays in shape.
Yeah, for real. I always forget that he's a former freaking Marine. Dude's a beast.
Yeah, I remember. I was actually watching a video today. It was like it said it was WWE 2018 and 19. They called it like the bad years. Apparently, it was. Well, I remember
that was the bad years. Those were like perfect. The garbage years of Raw.
And it was talking about one of the things they were talking about was like Bobby Lashley for the Sami Zayn feud, where he basically was like, "You're not a real Marine." He made him do like these drills and stuff. It was stupid.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, let's get into Raw. I think that's it for top stories. Of course, not really much at the moment. But yeah, let's definitely get into Raw. We can just I'm honestly with these shows, we're gonna run down and talk about the main points because the past couple weeks has literally just been build up till freaking SummerSlam, and it's been really freaking bad.
Really boring.
Yeah, boring. I mean, like, yeah, I remember you literally like complained to me on the freaking car ride over here, like, this is freaking BS. Like, SmackDown's been freaking trash. They were like, Raw is just the same stuff. It's honestly freaking annoying. But anyways, Raw. Let's get into Raw. It opens up, of course, with a Gunther promo where he basically just talks crap about Puerto Ricans.
He completely buried Damian Priest.
That's literally what he
Street
did.
trash.
He called him street
The
trash.
entire
bro.
Judgment Day street trash too, but he was like just burying him.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I love Gunther. I don't know why the heck
Yes.
they put that direction for him.
Yeah,
I guess
don't
just
know.
to get like cheap heat, but I did not like it.
I don't know if it works for him because other people actually.
Gunther,
I mean, they're booing him
Gunther
now.
is like one of the greatest freaking
Yeah,
wrestlers.
but I'm
in
talking about like the
WWE.
cheap heat,
Oh, cheap
and then
heat
they're
doesn't work for
making
him.
like Priest's ultimate face now
yeah.
while still in the Judgment Day. I don't know.
Well, that's another thing we talked about in that
Yeah, they're obviously trying to
SummerSlam
build it.
preview. We were talking about how like Priest just randomly went from "All rise, I hate you guys" to
Yes.
"Oh, now I am a good guy.
Yeah,
I love you
I am-
guys. I don't need Judgment Day. Everything is great. Yeets, cheer,
Yeah.
cheer." It's freaking ridiculous.
He won the title and became a good guy.
Oh, sorry, I hit this.
Yep. He won the title, became a good guy. It's not like something happened to him that made him change. I don't know, which is what usually happens
No, yeah,
in
like
a storyline.
I feel like I don't know. They just jumped into it way too soon. Like I feel like they couldn't learn from like that Bailey when she slowly turned face with Damage Control. Like she was part of a heel faction, which is Judgment Day, if you think about it. And then they turned on her eventually, and then she became face.
By the
They
way,
should have did that with Priest.
yeah. By the way, her title run hasn't
Been absolutely terrible.
Absolutely,
Yes.
I have to be honest.
We'll talk about that on
It's
SmackDown.
Back to Jinder Mahal's title run.
Yeah.
That's how bad it's been.
Yeah, it's been bad, but it's not her fault.
No, obviously.
Not her. I'm not blaming Bailey at all. Bailey's
Creative.
freaking amazing.
Creative.
It's creative, yeah. But anyways, yeah, Gunther basically calls him a street rat, and then of course, look what we get.
Priest just comes in
Yeah,
and fights.
yeah.
That's it.
Of course, we get another brawl pull apart, which we get every
Which
freaking
is-
week.
It happens every time. There's like 3 weeks until a pay per view. You'll have that in every single show.
Brawl
every
pull
week.
apart, yeah.
Yep, and it did happen on SmackDown.
It
So.
happens every week, every freaking week on every single show. It's so annoying, and it's like it's Triple H's like bread and butter, like go to like mwah. And I love Triple H.
No, yeah,
but
of course.
still,
WWE is a million times better these
With
past
Triple
couple
H,
years
yeah.
than it was in those dark times,
The
of
dark
the mid
ages.
2000s. Nobody's saying that.
not well.
It's just the build up to this pay per view has been kind
I
of
wouldn't
trash.
say mid 2000. I would say late 2000, late 2010s.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean mid to my fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2010s. Around the actually the
The
2010s.
Early 2010s was kind of cool
no, but
too,
still,
though.
even though
'cause it had,
I'll
like-
say the whole 2010s.
It had but John Cena's like U.S. Open Challenge was freaking fire.
I mean, yeah, John
that
and
whole
CM
era
Punk
was
still.
amazing.
But still, as an overall product,
I guess so.
you gotta say the whole decade of 2010s was probably one of the worst decades of wrestling ever.
Probably. We'll see. The cat just keeps laying on the thing. Muffin, get off of our equipment. All right, he's gonna knock down that wire. Anyways, let's move on. All right, we also had the IC #1 contenders match between Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. They are continuing to book my boy Ilya like a freaking
Like he's
chump.
weak. He gets hurt. He can't continue. Wow, he's so weak. And it was you can tell his storyline hurt.
It's a storyline. Yeah,
It's
they
not-
made it seem like he bumped his head on
Yeah,
the
he got
thing and he got
speared.
knocked out. So basically, what happened is Braun speared him and
outside the ring. Right?
outside the ring as Ilya was jumping off the apron, and then he quote unquote hit his head on the apron and knocked out, and he was unable to
I
continue.
mean, he actually he did hit his head, but
he
wasn't-
didn't really hit his head.
it wasn't a
was just,
knockout.
it was great. It was just great selling from Ilya because
Yeah.
Ilya is so freaking amazing. And then Braun Breaker is now your #1 contender again. He's going to
I mean,
face Sami Zayn.
at least he didn't
SummerSlam.
get pinned. That's the only good thing I can say.
But
I
like,
guess.
what the hell are you doing
No,
with
I know.
Ilya?
I know. I'm saying at least he didn't get pinned.
Yeah,
That's
what
all
are
you
they
can
doing
say.
with Ilya? Like Ilya is possibly one of the most fun people to watch wrestle because he makes everybody look so freaking great. Makes everything look so realistic. He's great on the mic
Yeah,
too.
at
He's
this
awesome
point-
on the mic.
At this, if you have nothing for him, just send him back to NXT for now.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No, honestly, what you need to do is keep Braun and Ilya as far apart from each other as possible. And
yeah,
the reason why I say
'cause
that,
you want both of them to skyrocket. You don't-
Exactly.
You can't bury one of them.
also Braun better win that freaking match at SummerSlam.
Super Sammy.
Yeah, this kid's Super Sammy.
Used
I
to be
don't.
Super
I don't.
Cena.
Yeah, people are
Now
calling
it's
him like
Super Sammy.
calling him. A,
He
people
ended
are calling him like
Gunther's
Sammy
reign.
Hogan and stuff like that. I think that's too
This
excessive.
dude's ending Gunther's reign and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I think the main issue was probably like how he beat Braun before, where it was just one haluva kick, and Braun's been so
Yeah.
freaking dominant.
Yeah,
It made no
exactly.
sense.
Gunther was dominant. He beats Gunther. Braun dominant beats him. One hula kick.
But then again, I feel like Braun actually wins this. I don't think there's a possibility that Sami Zayn does walk out of SummerSlam with the freaking title.
If he does, then you just buried Braun right there.
I don't think it's really buried Braun
Not buried,
because
but now
he's still relatively new to the main roster. So honestly, if he does lose, it's not going to hurt
Yeah,
him.
but you want to book him as a powerhouse
Yeah.
right away. You don't want to just he's already losing off the bat. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I honestly think he should win. He did lose the first time, so I feel like he needs to win.
Yeah,
this
I
match.
feel like he is.
That's just my opinion. But anyways, I can continue from there because that's basically what happened in that match. We had Sonya Deville defeating Lyra Valkyria.
Nothing
Nothing
come
there.
out there.
Another Wyatt 6 VHS where it's basically just the witch, Nikki Cross, screaming.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, they didn't say anything.
She just screamed.
That was a waste.
Yeah, waste of the time.
Could have been Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
Or who was it?
The buzzer, Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis. There you go.
We also had CM Punk promo saying he's officially cleared. He's going to have that match with Drew.
Called him off for a fight.
Yeah, called him off for a fight. And then boom, what the heck do? They just add Seth freaking Rollins in. And he's like, I'm going to be special guest referee because there's nothing else for me to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they can't touch each other till SummerSlam or the match is off.
Well, it's because they have nothing else creative for them.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to do. You can't touch each other or the match is off.
No, the putting Seth Rollins in there, I get why they did it, but I think it's the dumbest freaking thing. It's so dumb. He does not need to be freaking special.
He doesn't need to, obviously, but I'm saying because he's kind of involved in a feud with both of them. I mean, they never did this.
But still,
no, I know. I'm just saying.
I feel like
they have nothing to do. I mean, yeah.
No. What they need to do is they need to do Drew versus freaking CM Punk. Have that go on for a couple of months. Have them trade matches. And then do Seth versus CM Punk. You don't need to involve Seth in this at all because I don't want to see Seth versus Drew, and I don't want to see Seth versus Drew versus Punk. Versus Drew exactly,
a million times.
Yeah, that's stale right now. That's if this was freaking my GM mode in 2K, that would be on cooldown.
I mean, you don't want to get
that freaking rival would be on cooldown. You'll get negative points.
They're probably gonna have Drew lose one match and then that's it. That's the end of the rival, which doesn't make sense.
No, they're definitely. I really hope they don't do that. I'm praying that they don't do that. Like this freaking CM Punk and Drew McIntyre thing needs to go on for 3-4 matches, honestly, and them just trading back and forth, and then eventually one of them wins. That's the only way I can see that happening. And then with the whole thing with Seth is like, goddamn, he does not need to be the freaking special guest referee, but I guess they had nothing else planned for him for SummerSlam.
Second biggest show possibly of the year, and you have nothing the best plan for possibly a top 3 best superstar on the roster.
Yeah, they kind of booked himself into a corner there.
I mean, yeah, that's their problem. That's their fault.
It's their fault.
Did have nothing to do. I mean, there's nobody else open to a storyline right now.
Yeah, on the SummerSlam recap, we did mention like I think it was James who did it from Ruthless Talk. He did say something in regards to like I would rather they put Seth in the World Heavyweight title match between Gunther and Damian Priest, because I feel like it would have made more sense for him to be there since it's for the title and he's already had that rivalry with Priest.
Yeah, but remember he can't contend.
He could have that match. Remember freaking Priest the next week after that was I forgot. You know what? That's another reason for them to push him as a freaking face.
They booked themselves in a hole and then they deleted it the next week. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like
I forgot. I remember he can't contend no more.
And then but then he came out and said
Priest said no.
Yeah, no, Priest said like, if after SummerSlam you can have a title match whenever you want, and like dap them up because he's a good guy now. Because Priest is a good guy now, guys. That's why. So dumb. Anyway,
I like Damian Priest though. It's just I don't know what they're doing now.
Yeah. What's it? So of course, Final Testament defeated Xavier Woods. Of course,
Otis and Tozawa. Because remember it was
Otis and Tozawa. Alpha Academy came out, aka Chad Gable and the Creed brothers, asking Otis to join them again. He basically says no. They attack him. And then of course the Wyatt Six came out and gives Chad Gable a freaking Sister Abigail.
How he shows up from behind. Yep, Sister Abigail.
That was cool. That was cool. I will admit that was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'll give them the props for that. That was actually pretty cool. That was great. Love that.
Still don't know what they're gonna do. If they're gonna do 3-on-3 or 1-on-1, I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea. We'll see.
We'll find out Monday.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have the match at SummerSlam.
Probably not.
It's too late. Pretty sure it's this Saturday. So honestly, unless they do something on Monday, okay, when this podcast comes
they've been
out,
building up for a few weeks. So
we'll see. I mean, I would love for them to have a match on SummerSlam, but we'll see.
You got to fill out the show.
Yeah. But then again, like, also, you have to remember that Triple H likes to have 5 matches on his pay-per-views, which I like because it makes them all great. But we'll see.
Well, this is a longer one. The regular ones, yeah.
That's true. Zelina Vega defeated Zoe Stark. Love Zelina Vega. Fine with me. We had Rhea calling out Liv Morgan. This was also pretty funny. Liv Morgan was basically saying like, Dom doesn't want you. He wants girls like me. And Dom cusses her out in Spanish and in
call her
English.
pendeja.
Yeah. He speaks the Spanglish to her and cusses her
Estúpida.
out and says like, I hate you.
Tú eres un pendeja.
Yeah, basically.
Estúpida.
Yeah,
I
basically.
don't want you anymore.
Yeah, I don't want you anymore.
I never wanted you.
Yeah, like you ruined my life, blah blah blah. And then Rhea,
She left crying.
well, no, Liv left crying.
Yeah, poor Liv.
Poor Liv. And then Rhea licks the face of Dom.
Yeah,
and I was like, bro, like we're not even on Netflix yet. You got to cut that out. You got to cut that out. Yeah, she just licked the face of Dom, and then they left. And I thought it was so freaking funny because like I remember Dom posted like a photo of Rhea saying with like a heart, and Rhea was like commented under. Damn, what the heck did she say? She said I love it when you scream with like a heart.
Oh, so you talking about Rhea real quick? Since you're talking about her, I also seen Buddy Matthews apparently is like unhappy. It's like in AEW.
Oh, in AEW, I'm about to say with Rhea. I'm about to say they post photos all the time.
No, he's unhappy in AEW, and then like,
can you blame him?
Apparently, asked for a release, but then Tony Khan offered him a lucrative contract. I don't know if he re-signed yet. I didn't even apply it.
Can you blame him for being unhappy?
Like Tony Khan didn't want him to leave, so he offered him a lucrative
contract.
contract.
Of course he doesn't want him to leave because he's going to go back to WWE.
Yeah, he doesn't want anybody going back to the witch. His wife is there, and you're not doing nothing. Just
go
let him
back
go.
to WWE. Just let him go.
Just
because
let him go.
What the hell are you going to do from there? I mean, like the
You're
whole
already doing nothing.
Yeah, House of Black has been booked terribly in AEW, and I'm freaking pissed off about it.
I'm already done with him.
Yeah, Malachi is amazing. I love freaking Malachi. Priest is freaking great, and same thing with Brody King. But you guys can't keep booking them like trash.
Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews, yeah, that's what I said. And then Brody King.
And then
yeah. I don't know. They've been booked horribly, and they're all great wrestlers who deserve way more. And the fact that they just keep getting booked to lose and be trash.
They haven't even gotten like mid-card titles.
No, all they had was the trios, which is terrible.
No, the trios is trash.
Yeah, it's so bad. I'm just so freaking annoyed with it. Anyways, we also had Sami Zayn and Jey Uso defeating the Judgment Day, and then Braun Breaker's like, you know what? I'm gonna go spear somebody else, and he spears Sami Zayn at the end.
And end of Raw.
End of Raw. That's it.
If you think that's bad, wait till we go on SmackDown.
Well, the thing is, Raw wasn't bad. It was just it was
okay.
Like,
Raw was actually okay.
Raw was good. It was repeats of everything.
3-hour filler.
It was 3-hour fillers of repeats that we've seen for the past couple of weeks. That's it.
Speaking of 3-hour Raw, once they go to Netflix, I don't know if they're gonna move to 2 hours and have it non-commercial.
They better be 2 hours of non-commercial. I'm
Yeah,
hoping so. We'll see. But then again, Netflix also has commercials now because of the whole ad thing. So we'll see. But anyways, that was basically it for Raw. We can get into SmackDown. Of course, let's get into SmackDown now. All right, let's get into AEW. Sorry, not AEW. My mistake. WWE SmackDown. WWE SmackDown this week was, maybe it's because it reminded me of Collision. I don't know. It was kind of bad.
It was very awful.
Yeah. 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 SmackDown this week was really boring. I'm just going to say that. It honestly, the past couple of weeks for SmackDown have been like either copy and paste filler episodes or complete waste of time. It's honestly just to build it to SummerSlam. SummerSlam's card is stacked. However, this like past couple of weeks in terms of like storytelling building has been kind of trash, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's not like getting me so like far invested into it.
Yeah,
like obviously we're gonna watch. It's probably gonna be great, but
yeah,
I'm usually love being invested into a pay per view. This one is just like only a couple matches. I'm like the rest of the feuds have been trash.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's really weird because like there is some like big matches on here. It's just more so like I feel like I could be more invested in it, but I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not sure how to put it into words, but like I feel like I should be more invested, but I'm not, and it's just because of like the way it's been booked, I guess. But whatever, you know what? It's fine. It's hopefully some new storylines coming out of this.
Hopefully we get Roman. Obviously, that would be great. Or and Jimmy also.
Exactly. That's one of the big rumors. One of the big rumors is Roman coming back at SummerSlam. Of course, costing Solo the match, and then of course having that whole Bloodline versus Bloodline Civil War, which would be pretty cool. Right. But yeah,
I want to see Jimmy too.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, let's just do a quick rundown of SmackDown because SmackDown didn't really have a lot going on for it. But we can just start with the top of the card, which was LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Not really much to say there. LA Knight picked up the win, but of course what happened afterwards was Logan Paul and Santos Escobar basically jumped him, and then Logan Paul cut up from him backstage saying he's going to win the match. That's basically
That's
it.
all that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather have that than a pull apart brawl because that happens every
Yes.
single freaking week and it's so annoying. But yeah, not really much to say there. We also had the Gauntlet Tag Team #1 Contenders match. Featured a couple of teams like Pretty Deadly, what the OC, what were the other ones?
Oh, it was so many teams. Street Profits,
Mm-hmm.
Bloodline. I can't remember all the teams. I didn't write
Yeah.
it down. I just know.
The tag team division has been booked so poorly lately, so I don't even blame you. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish they did something with that freaking tag team division because lately it's been booked pretty freaking bad.
Awesome Truth. I don't know if they were part of it. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think they're because they're more so on Raw. But yeah, we also
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
basically the Bloodline did win. It was Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. It should have been Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, but apparently he had a freaking injury of like the eye.
yeah, it was the kill. It looks really storyline.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
storyline, but it's like isn't that kind of dumb? Like, isn't that the whole reason why you put Tonga and Tama, whatever the heck is it, Tama Tonga and
That-
Tongaloa? Isn't that the same freaking?
They're
isn't
kind
that
of
the
doing
reason?
nothing with Tonga Loa. I think Tama Tonga's been getting all the hype from those two.
Yeah, but it's
and
like
they like shoved them to the back. That's messed up.
I feel like they brought him in so that way they can be a tag team for the Bloodline 2.0, and then they haven't even
Yes.
done anything with it. So it's kind of freaking weird.
Because yeah, they have all those titles in New Japan.
Yeah,
They could have had them.
but I mean,
Solo.
Tongaloa has been like freaking. Was it What is it? He's been damn. What the hell is it called? He's been messing up a lot lately. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Botches, and I think that's probably why. Like they don't want.
And
They don't want.
And Jacob Fatu is the best wrestler there. So
That's also true. Like I can't get enough of Jacob Fatu, so it's fine that they're putting him on the card. I just think it's weird that they're putting him in like the tag team thing. I feel like he could have been like a singles competitor, but I mean, I guess they don't really have any plans for that at the moment, which is fine. Whatever. So yeah, Bloodline win. Of course, they're our #1 contenders to DIY's titles. There goes DIY's title reign.
yep.
Yeah. When is this match? Is it at SummerSlam or no?
It's next week. Next week.
So it's not even on the SummerSlam
Next
card.
week. It's this week coming up. Nope. It's this week coming up.
That is ridiculous. That is so dumb. All right, whatever. So it's
I'm not sure why, but
yeah, not non-pay-per-view match. It looks like Friday Night SmackDown. They're probably just going to give it to the Bloodline so that way they can have some titles to look good for SummerSlam, I guess, when they walk out with Solo. Whatever. Cool. Fine. We also had A-Town Down Under calling out Terrence Crawford out of everyone for whenever the
Yeah, I
heck
don't
they
know what
need
the
like a
hell.
celebrity to look good and another WWE superstar to look terrible, they just bring out Austin Theory, which I feel bad because Austin Theory is
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
They're promoting the hell out of Crawford's fight, which
Yo,
is August 3rd. And
that's what I wanted to say. They're promoting the crap out of Terrence Crawford's pay-per-view match, which is August 3rd, which so happens to be the same day as SummerSlam. So I think it's just hilarious that they're just like, hey, let's promote this guy's pay-per-view more than we're promoting SummerSlam, our pay-per-view. Like, go buy his, don't buy
Yes.
ours. That's what it
Yeah,
seems like they're doing.
exactly. Yo, and that boxing card is stacked. So I don't know if they're trying to draw in boxer fans, but it kind of makes no sense. I don't know.
There's no
I would
way
watch
for you to
both.
drop. Like, how the hell are you gonna like draw in boxing fans when the pay-per-view's on the same night? I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Unless
Yeah.
they're gonna watch both. Like I'm gonna watch both. I watch everything, but
Yeah.
but that casual fan is not gonna obviously do that.
Yeah, no, it's funny though because Dan Crawford basically just knocked out Austin Theory. Obviously
Because of Grayson Waller.
yeah, because of Grayson Waller. Obviously, what wrestling fans are waiting for is the face turn, possibly of Austin Theory on
Yeah.
on Grayson Waller, and then they have like their little feud because they haven't been doing anything other than basically just getting jumped by celebrities and destroyed by tag teams
Yeah.
here and there.
Ever since they lost the titles, they
Yeah.
haven't done.
Exactly. Even when they won the titles, like they won the titles, they didn't do anything with it. Like the tag
Like
team
Logan
division's
Paul.
been booked so freaking poorly.
Logan Paul became the longest reigning United States champion. He only has 2 title defenses.
I don't even want to talk about that. LA Knight
That's
better
crazy.
freaking win. LA Knight has to win that. If
Yeah.
he doesn't, then all of that hype that was behind him, which he's already lost a lot of it, is completely gone, and there's no coming back from that. He has to win that and never give Logan Paul a freaking title. Please. Never hand this dude a title ever again. He doesn't need it. He's more of a freaking 3
Pay-per-view.
important matches, 3 important pay-per-view
Yes.
matches a year. Let him choreograph that. Have great matches with
And he
those
can put on
people.
a show like that.
Exactly. Like that's all you need. Like he just needs 3 major pay-per-views where he can like get like the hype up for wrestling. He doesn't need to freaking win a title. There's no need for that. It didn't work. We have
Yeah.
freaking what is it, 240 something, 250 something days as US champ, 2 title defenses, and millions of angry wrestling fans. That's basically
Yes.
what's happened. Yeah. Anyways, other than that, we also had a main event, and the reason why there was only 4 things we were talking about is because that gauntlet match was like an hour long, so it's fine.
Yeah, and then all the other little promos had absolutely nothing to talk about. It's just filler.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton, defeating Bailey and Michin. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton doesn't have her briefcase anymore because of what happened last week. Nia Jax did promise Tiffany Stratton a new briefcase, so that we're looking forward to that. See what the heck that's going to look like. And then obviously there's going to be the eventual heel turn or face turn of Tiffany Stratton on Nia Jax, and we're just waiting for that as well. But other than that, that was literally everything that happened on SmackDown.
SmackDown was so forgettable. Next week's SmackDown, though, obviously has the tag team title match, men's and women's, so that should be a little more interesting.
Yeah, it should. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. But in terms of like the actual like not even just SmackDown, Raw too. Raw was kind of like mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a couple
hopefully-
good things here and there, but yeah, it was very mid.
Yeah. So hopefully this week we do get some more out of the freaking building. Obviously next week we will have our review of actual SummerSlam, so that's going to be great. But
Yes.
yeah, other than that, we do need to get into AEW's portion of things. So let's get into AEW Dynamite, aka Blood and Guts, this week now. All right, let's get into AEW Dynamite. This week's Dynamite was actually a special episode. It was Blood and Guts, which is always pretty fun to watch, always freaking gruesome to watch as well. So this week was, well, this match this year was no different than any other one. It was actually pretty freaking fun. A lot of fun.
Lots of violence.
Yeah, a lot of violence, a lot of fun spots. Yeah, let's talk about that first, and then we'll get into everything else that happened on the show. Of course, this was the main event. However, it was the Elite versus the Team AEW Blood and Guts match. Of course, Team AEW consisted of the Acclaimed, Mark Briscoe, Darby Allin, and Swerve Strickland, and then Team The Elite. Yeah, Team The Elite. Sorry, Team The Elite consisted of Okada, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and Jack Perry.
Yeah, the Elite.
Yeah, the Elite, basically the Elite. So yeah, fun match. So there was a lot of fun spots there. Like there was one where like freaking Hangman, he handcuffed Swerve. To the ring, not to the ring, to the cage, and beat the crap out of him. And then Matt Jackson. Yeah, I don't know what I think he getting Mark. Who the hell's Mark?
Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe. There it is. Yeah. So Matt Jackson was basically begging Hangman to come into the ring, saying we need to start the match. Stop doing this. This is why you were suspended in the first place. If you continue,
or you're fired.
Yeah, we're gonna fire you, which is crazy. Because then that basically stopped Hangman. Hangman got pissed, went into the ring, but you can tell he was not happy about the whole situation.
Yeah.
We'll probably get hopefully we'll get like something next week or this Wednesday where like he maybe says something to the Elite, and then maybe they have a match eventually. That'd be awesome. But obviously he's not done with Swerve. Swerve's not done with him. That feud is a forever feud that I'm always going to love.
I mean, that's the only reason why he joined. He don't care about the Elite no more. He just wants Swerve.
Yeah, but he didn't even care about the match. He just wanted to beat freaking Swerve's ass. You can tell throughout the match he always went after Swerve. Yeah, fun stuff there. I think Darby jumped off like the top of the freaking cage onto Jack Perry through a table.
Coffin drop, yep.
Yeah, coffin drop. Matt Jackson, or I think it was Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson kicked Anthony Bowens onto a stack of tables. Jack Perry was handcuffed and he got hit with a freaking chair by Mark Briscoe in the head, which was like, damn, a freaking chair headshot is kind of crazy to see in 2024. The match ended basically. Darby got lighter fluid because of course he's always extra as hell. Poured the lighter fluid all over Jack Perry, and then was about to light him on fire, and had Matt Jackson basically beg him to not do it. And he said that he wouldn't do it as long as he, one, gives him a match against Jack Perry for the TNT title at All In, which he did. Great. Love that.
Yep.
And two, also say I quit so that way Team AEW can officially win. That's how Team AEW officially won. So now we are going to get Jack Perry versus Darby Allin for the TNT title at All In.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, exactly. My question to you is how interested you are in that match, and of course, do you think this made Jack Perry look good, like the whole freaking match? Because I think it did.
I mean, he did. He didn't quit. He actually didn't care. He was really, like the way he was acting. He didn't care that he was going to get us set on fire.
Yeah.
It was Matt that had to beg and quit. I got Jack Perry beating Darby Allin. First of all, Darby doesn't need another title.
No, he
But
definitely doesn't.
that obviously, because Jack Perry needs a big win by himself, especially since he came back. So I think he needs to get this W.
On his own, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
I think it should be a clean win by Jack Perry. But yeah, going back to the blood and guts match, that shit was insane. Like freaking, he was about to light him on fire, and he like was telling him like, "I'm gonna light you on fire. You better quit." And Jack Perry just spit on Darby Allin and said like, "F you, I'm not doing it." Looked like a complete badass.
Yes.
I loved it. I honestly loved the booking of this match for Jack Perry. And I hope that he wins clean against Darby. I don't think he needs to fight dirty against that. I think if he gets a clean win against him, it will solidify his title run so far. Because obviously he's what his title defense is what? The Marco stunt. I think that's it. Yeah. So
But obviously, as a heel, they always got to win with some BS. Like,
yeah, but still, I don't
cheating.
know. I like Jack Perry. I really hope that he does get this win. I don't, as you said, Darby doesn't need this freaking title. But I am excited for the match. All in is gonna be freaking fire.
Yeah, as long as he stays out of trouble, stop taking pictures with Drew McIntyre.
That's another thing. Yeah, that was hilarious. The Drew McIntyre photo with Jack Perry. Oh my god. Yeah, that was great. It was hilarious. Okay, we also had. So yeah, obviously another thing is obviously Hangman versus Swerve is not over yet. They're probably going to continue that feud after All In. Obviously Swerve needs to take care of Bryan Danielson first. Hangman doesn't have a match. I don't think he needs one on the card, but they might throw him in something. We'll see.
If he throw him, or unless he gets involved in that title match.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention. Actually, let's talk about it after this promo thing. So, of course, we'll talk about the beginning of the show, which is MJS's promo. Basically comes out trashing Will Ospreay and every single international country that is not the United States. Really freaking funny stuff. Earlier in the night, like the opening thing was basically Will Ospreay trying to get into the arena, but he couldn't because his tires were slashed by guess who? Of course, obviously MJF. And he just happened to have a camera crew with him, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever.
That fourth wall shit is so funny to me. I just find it hilarious.
Yeah,
like when people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like obviously, like I remember once, like in 2018, it was like in WWE, and there's some girl locked in the room, so she couldn't enter the match, but she was locked in the room with the damn camera person just banging on the door. Like
he just so happened to be in the freaking in the locker room too. Also, my favorite thing is Will Ospreay basically stole the cameraman's like car instead of just being like, "Hey, like we're all going to the same place. Why don't you give me a ride?"
Like, well, not so. He said he took the keys, but then he went with him. Yeah, he took his car. Yeah, instead of
basically just took his car, just being like, "Yo, let me just hop in the back. Like we're all gonna go to the same place. Let's go do that now." No, he was just like, "No, give me the keys. I'm driving." It's like, all right, whatever. But anyways, MJF unveiled the new. I guess he called it the American title instead of the international title.
Threw out the international in the trash.
Yeah, it was a trash bin. He threw it out. Said there's no need for this because there's only one amazing country in this world that needs to represent. He also said that when he's talking about the great US of A, he's not talking about bum ass Texas because they were in Texas. He's talking about the most magical, wonderful city in the world, Long Island, New York, because obviously that's where he's from.
Of course, he's got to get the cheap heat, of course.
Exactly. But I will say this. When he unveiled that title is beautiful.
Yes, very nice.
It's a beautiful freaking title.
He had the giant American flag in the back and confetti.
Yeah, that's another thing too. So first off, the title itself has like the American flag as like the actual belt, and it's really freaking cool. It looks just like the international title, except obviously it has an American flag instead of like united, like a bunch of flags in the middle, and then also the strap itself is the actual red, white, and blue U.S. flag. I thought it was awesome. I think it's a really freaking cool title. But yeah, what happened?
I'm not sure if this is just storyline or if they're gonna keep it or not. I'm not sure what's going on.
They better keep it. There's no way you're gonna put that much effort into a title and then get rid of it in like less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but basically it was a title celebration, U.S. like music, Star Spangled Banner theme song, whatever the heck it was, comes on. He holds up the title up high. You got confetti and freaking confetti. A giant U.S. flag comes out in the back. Funniest thing about the U.S. flag was it wasn't 50 stars. It was 50 of MJF's face because obviously he's just self-centered. He doesn't really care about the United States. I thought it was funny though. All I know is I'm super excited for All In when he walks out. When he walks out, the amazing heat he's gonna get. Damn, what the hell is that thing you said? Like you really hope MJF walks out as?
Oh yeah. So obviously, remember Rocky 4? Apollo Creed walked out with all of that American song, the hat, the shorts.
Yeah.
I hope MJF just comes out to that in the UK. That would be the ultimate heel.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious if he does come out like that. He just comes out with the what's it called? The robe, the hat, coming out to like a USA
shorts.
Yeah, the shorts
everything.
too. Everything just USA striped out, coming out to the freaking national anthem or something. Hilarious. That'd be so freaking funny. But yeah, if he comes out to that, that'd be great. Cheap heat, cool. He does get interrupted by Will Ospreay. Basically, does challenges him to a rematch at All In. And pulls out the international title out the trash bin, basically saying like, this is going to be reinstated. So my question is, who do you got? Because I honestly think Ospreay's losing again, sadly.
Ospreay, yeah, I don't see MJF losing that fast because he just won the title.
Also, they just unveiled a new title, so like, there's no reason.
And then remember, you can't forget about Pac, who has a title shot. I don't know if they're gonna do it before All In because it's still 3 weeks. Or at All In, I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. If they insert him, he can go in and triple threat. He can take the pin. Hopefully, but yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
don't
hoping
know.
for. Because like they kind of just threw that away to the side. Like Pac won the freaking #1 contenders match, and he still hasn't had his freaking title match. And I really hope they don't do it like the week before or something like that, because it's always really, really dumb when they do that.
No, it's so
an obvious win. Who's like obviously MJF is going to win if that's the case. If you at least put it on All In, like the actual card, there is like a slight possibility Pac does get away with it, or Will Ospreay if he's involved in. Well, he is involved.
Yeah,
but
you can have him. But if you don't want MJF or Will Ospreay, 2 top guys to take a pin, have Pac take the pin. They can do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. They definitely. I don't know. They kind of booked himself into a hole with this. I don't think Will Ospreay can take another loss, and MJF shouldn't take this loss either because he just won a title and it's a new belt. So hopefully they kind of figure out a way to get rid of that whole situation by throwing Pac in there. Your dog is already barking.
Hey, you want to stop barking for a second?
All right. It's fine. It's fine. He's just really passionate about MJF apparently.
Yeah, he really loves him.
All right. So
Speaking of Pac,
yeah, go ahead.
Pac had a match. Pac had a match on Blood and Guts against Boulder. Just a little squash.
Pac won. I guess it's to show that he's still a threat. That's it. We also had FTW Championship match between Chris Jericho and Minoru Suzuki. If you want,
I might have to let this
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second.
You're fine. I'm just gonna continue. So, of course, Chris Jericho picked up the win there. Not really much to say there. Of course, it was a pretty fun match, but obviously they're older gentlemen, so like, it's not really going to be any freaking high flying up match things that do happen there.
I'm back.
You're fine. I basically just talked about the FTW match. There's nothing else to really say there. We also had Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida. Britt Baker defeating Hikaru Shida. And then, of course, does get interrupted by Mercedes Moné, who basically lets Britt know that she's not going to get a match at All In. And then Britt does get attacked by Camille, who is a new AEW signee, which is great. I love that they're boosting the women's division. And that was also a pretty cool way to, of course, show who she is. I guess she's now like Mercedes Moné's like pawn for now, and eventually she'll break out of that.
Yeah, and then we saw at Comic-Con, I don't know if it was NYC Comic-Con, but they had a little incident. Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker, they got into it at the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Tony Khan announced that they will have a match at All In.
Yeah, that was cool. Hopefully, not hopefully, they're definitely going to show it. They're probably going to show like that actual scene on Dynamite. So for people who didn't know about that, they will know now. So that match is official for All In. I don't think Mercedes Moné needs to lose, but needs to win. I don't think she needs to win. I feel like Britt should win the match. However, it is like her first title shot back. So if she does lose it, it's not really like a big deal because she's already solidified as like one of the top girls in AEW.
She can get it. She can go all out. She can probably after All In.
Is
She
when
could
is
probably win it
All Out? Because I remember last year, like it wasn't last year like All Out like the week after or like 2 weeks after All In. It was like something ridiculous like that.
Nah, it's supposed to be like a month. I don't know. It's usually like a month, I think. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure last year was like 2 weeks after. It was something ridiculous like that.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I love they're always fun.
I think that's too soon. Hopefully it's like a month
Yeah, it
out,
probably
like
is,
you
though.
said, but we'll see. But I think that's literally everything that did happen on Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, Mariah May and Tony Storm, they got into a fight after Mariah May beat a jobber. Security pull apart, same bullshit.
Yeah. For Collision, we're not really going to go over it that much because not really much that happened there either. What it was the only thing I can honestly remember is like what Lance Archer beat up some people backstage again, but they expect us to be like,
I don't know what they're doing.
yeah, they expect us to be like, oh, he's coming, but it's just like, oh, whenever the heck he has a match, he loses. So it's like, why the heck am I? He's beating
Yeah, I
up
think
some.
they announced him for Dynamite, but I don't remember against who.
He's beating up random people backstage. He can't beat anybody on the roster. Why the heck should I be like, oh, like this is gonna be fun? Like, no, I have no interest in it. I don't care, honestly.
Yeah, let me see real quick what AEW is doing this. I think they announced, but I'm not sure.
They probably did.
Oh, speaking of All Out, yeah, so it's All Out. It's Saturday, September 7th. So that's 2 weeks. That's 2
That's
weeks.
what I said. 2 weeks. There you go. Yeah, literally 2
Yeah,
weeks.
because
After.
All In is the 25th. Yeah, that's some BS.
That's hilarious. But yeah, that's basically it for wrestling this week. Of course, next week we will have our SummerSlam review. SummerSlam should be a lot of fun to freaking review. It's going to be some banger matches on there. Hopefully, it will be the return of our actual Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Tribal Chief.
But yeah, other than that,
And Jimmy.
Jimmy, possibly. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll be back next week with some more. We really appreciate all the support that we've been getting recently. Thank you guys so much for that. Again, just to plug it again, did do a SummerSlam preview over on Ruthless Talks podcast. You can listen to that also on YouTube, blah blah blah. YouTube, Spotify, etc. Same thing as us.
Yeah.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Podcasts, anywhere, of course, that you can listen to your podcast. We are on there. Again, follow, reviews, comments, anything does help. Thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, back next week. Hopefully in person. The reason why we filmed the last part and not in person was because it was always a freaking issue, technicalities. We filmed the whole thing, and then it was technicality with the was it? I think the video didn't even save or something. It was something like
the
really
video
dumb.
never saved, and then right after we do it again, camera difficulties.
Camera died. Yeah, it was.
We're working through so much stuff, but we're still trying to get this content out for you guys. That's but
basically. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. Well, we'll see you guys next week, of course, with the review of SummerSlam, and then in a couple of weeks we got All In. Super excited for both.
Yes.
But yeah, see you guys next week. Peace.